Right. We're back by popular demand of one person. So, gonna do some racing here. Don't really know what to race anymore. Really, we got this pretty cool car, but it's not really all that competitive. Runs about a 5.5, mid 5.5, or mine only runs about a high 5.5, I think, right now. Then we got this. I don't know if I've streamed this or not. This car is actually pretty good. We crack into the 5.4s with this. But it's a little, well, at least mine is a little inconsistent because of the launch is kind of sketchy. I haven't really worked it out that great, but it works pretty well, so just have to pick my races carefully. Man, I heard this song so many times. I really need to work on my playlist. Let's try a different one. Okay, see how this one goes. Paid for Spotify. Might as well try and get some good songs set up. I don't know if you guys can hear it that well. If it's too loud, then YouTube ends up mute. I have to mute it on YouTube because they block they block it. All right, so we'll take this out. Probably gonna drop it down to 10K just to try and not get beat up too bad. Then maybe we'll go through the cars and see how they're working. I haven't really raced all that many cars lately. Just been kind of laying low. Kind of thought that I would be taking a layoff, but I kind of took it too early, so I may be taking a layoff pretty soon on everything. And hopefully I can get it stuff set back up again. So we got the Box Nova. It should be a decent matchup if my car will hook. Didn't get a very good tree on that one. Seems I just need, if I can catch first gear right, pretty much how it is with every single car. But this thing is the way I have it. It's one of those spin launch cars. I caught it a little better that time. I still only got a 55 though. Let me fix my engine real quick. I've only gotten a couple of 5.4s out of this thing. I just can never seem to catch first gear right. Probably I might need a slight bar adjustment so it doesn't just spin like that. Get a little less spin. See, I caught it early that time trying to catch it. At least it's treeing for me, so never know what kind of trees you're going to get when you stream. That's pretty much that car. So I guess we'll take our fleet out and just run through them. See how they do. See how this beast is doing. Just get this set up. Seems like there's a lot of races being put up. Kind of surprising. I'll take this 50K. Well, I'm surprised. I thought for sure that was going to be Z28. The Daytona is no slouch, though. Yeah, this car is kind of crazy. When I get a good pass with it, though, it still works surprisingly with this jacked up setup here. I don't know what the deal is with the sound on the replay. Sounds like a helicopter or something. I don't know what they did. I don't know what this X is. What is this X? I just press it and it moves back and forth. I don't even know what that is. I got no idea. Oh, that guy was yellow bar too. Running 50K races with yellow bars. I think I raced this Lambo. Turn my volume down. Oh, this always seems to be the Lambo I race when I had this car out. I can't remember how fast it is. I didn't get good shifts on that one. I still got them. Not by much. I didn't get a very good tree. Sucks not hearing your car though, because I got to turn it down because the Lambos are so loud. I don't understand why they never turn the volume down. That was a crazy long tree. I don't know why. Another 47. That was a good race. Unless I run into a beast Lambo, I can usually do pretty well with this. Pretty much one of the only cars that will really be competitive with a Lambo, as long as it's not a, like I said, if it's not a beast. See, I don't know what the deal is with that light. It just lasts forever. I don't know if that's his stage or what. It takes, I think it's just taking him a long time to actually stage. Usually I'd run 50 Ks with this car and not let Lambos in. I'll make sure he's staged. I didn't get my gears out well. I've got an edge on him. Even though I'm not hitting those big numbers, he's not getting the 5.4s. So you need a lot of cars that are competitive like this, but there just isn't that many. That was a crazy long light. I don't know why these lights are so bad. Crazy lag on that light. He got a 47. Could just be some lag. This car seems to be working now. We'll let him try and win some of his money back. It seems like there's a 5-second delay on the tree. I don't understand. I missed that fourth gear. You got a 48. You got a 50. It seems like there's a delay between when he gets stage and then when he hits his gas. Let's see if it's the same this time. Usually people hit the gas right away when they bump in. No, he didn't wait that time. I got good shifts on that one, but kind of messed up the last two. That was a good race. He only beat me by 001. But this is really the only car that you're going to be able to stay with a Lambo for very long. If you have a good one. Looks like I'm pulling away from him. Yeah, see, he didn't have it that time. He only got a 53. I don't want to get stuck in this car for too long. Well, sometimes it's hard to find someone that isn't just one and done. Yeah, he got me on the tree on that one. I'll give him one more. I think I'm going to switch cars. If I was in my Lambo, I'd be doing a lot more damage. I think I pretty much got everything on that pass. All right. Some good races. Just jump in this 50K just for fun. Usually it's going to be a Z28. The colors on that are pretty blinding. He's not going to catch this. We almost did. Can't hear my car. It didn't look like he was going to be anywhere near me, and then all of a sudden he was right there. I think he got a better tree than I did, though, so it made it look like the game made it look like he was further back than he was, I think. Well, I almost pushed the wrong button there. Yeah, see, most Z28s are not going to be able to keep up with this. This is just kind of a lucky discovery I made, this setup. Yeah, see, that's why this car is a really tough matchup, because it'll put up a big number like that every so often. That was pretty much perfect, everything on that pass, though. I can't remember, did I jump in his race? Yeah, let's see, that's just a setup I saw people running. Don't really see them anymore, but I just managed to work it out. For some reason, I don't even know if it's really how the back is jacked up, or if it's to the tire size, or the combination, or how I have the the clearance and the weight and stuff. Just happened to work out. I just haven't streamed really in a while, so probably take a while for people to figure out, the few people that watched that I'm streaming. This car used to be a good matchup for a lot of for Z28, but for some reason it's kind of fallen off. I don't know why. Maybe I just forgot how to shift it, because it seems like it works the same. The numbers are just not there that I used to get. Because you really have to nail those shifts quick. See, I get a really good 60, but for some reason it seems like the top end is not there anymore. So I don't know if the car was nerfed or what happened. It used to be in the 253 range. There's a Lambo. I was racing him earlier off stream. I pulled up the global sometimes, but sometimes it's a little sketchy in there, so I don't like to put it on stream. Looks like they're saying there's a no-name hacker out here, which is pretty common. See if I can find them. Oh, we get the Murder Nova. That's a blast from the past. Pretty rare car to see. See, I got a lot of grip on that one. So that's not going to be a big pass. I need to get that nice slippery launch. Yeah, I was racing that guy, that U-Slow guy earlier, so I can't remember what he was running in his Lambo. See if anyone's using any other cars out here. We got the Ranger. With the Toyota Racing emblem on the side. I wonder if he knows that's a Ranger. Another Staller. See, that seemed like a good pass there. Only a 51. I mean, it looked like it went up to 53. I don't know why this guy wants to race again. He's trying to trick me on the line. Kept staging forever. His car's bouncing around a little bit. So usually when I get a launch like that, it's a good pass. There we go. 48. It took a while. Not a very good tree. Actually got a 5.4. Yeah, looks like think it looks like people forgot about me on YouTube. I don't know. If I start streaming now, then I might have to take a vacation from it pretty soon, though. Just doesn't seem like a heck of a lot's going on in the game. They drop new cars, but if they're not up there competitive with the tier 1 cars, like Lambo. It seems like nothing's ever going to be competitive with Lambo. You have a fast one, but you got the Z28, the box, the Daytona, the Z, the RS6. Those are pretty much the tier 1s. And then pretty much goes down from there. The Beamer actually isn't bad. I was kind of shocked when I was able to run a 5.4 with that. But then they come out with that Anglia. I had high hopes for that thing, because that's a pretty cool car. Oh, here's a no name. I wonder if this is the no name they were talking about. It's kind of an odd car to use as a hacker, though. He red lit. He red lit by 07. What the heck was that? That's not going to work. Usually that means you're lagging pretty hard if you're red lighting by 07. 07. This guy's out there racing a Lambo. I don't think that's the guy they're talking about, but because I think I raced that guy. I think I was racing that guy in my Lambo, and I don't remember it being like what I would think was a hacker. Well, so far we got 1.54 out of this car. It used to be a lot more. That's probably at about 10. That was a good pass. Let's see what it is. There we go. That car seems to be working. See, it got up to 252. That's where it needs to be. Got blue power out here in the Beamer. I don't really want to go after him in this car, though. Although he's got a good Beamer. I think we're going to switch it up, though. Keep the line moving. See how the how the Z28's doing. Oh, here's a different song, but still System of a Down. I need to get some more bands in my playlist. Maybe they'll make a playlist for me. All right, we got the old school S10 long bed. Yeah, so we'll stream a bit tonight, see how it goes. Looks like he's got small tires on the back, short tires. That seemed like a pretty good one. Almost cracked into the 5.4s with the 501. Yeah, he's only got 25s on that. But still, that's only a 5.7 car, unless they buffed it. It's usually when you see different cars out here, as if they buff something, then all of a sudden you're going to see it. When word gets out. But I haven't really seen any Angulas, except for the ones that I saw before it actually came out. People figured out how to get it anyway. Oh, that was closer than I thought. I didn't get a great tree, but at least I got a 5.4. I never know what kind of trees I'm going to get when I'm streaming, though. Just depends. Maybe see he's getting 007. I'm getting 057. And it seemed like I was on that tree too. Alright, so we'll just keep the line moving. I can't remember if this is I have a quarter mile one of these, and I have a half mile. Let's just run this for 5K. The car's really tall and narrow. I've got shorter tires on the back too, so higher in the front. But I think when you look at it from the side, it's level. So it's kind of weird. I didn't get good shifts at all. It's got to get good top end though. Even though I didn't get it all on that one. Actually, I think I turned it down. I think I need to turn the top end back up. Not really going to run a car running that kind of time for any more than 10K though. So let's grab, I was racing my Lambo offline earlier, so we'll leave that. Let's take out a new batch. I don't think they did anything to break any cars that I'm noticing. Let's see, we'll get one more. At this point, you kind of run out of competitive cars. We'll take the R8, R8 out. Race cars in progress. We can run this for 20, even though we're going to get a Lambo. Let's see if we can jump in something. We got my man Elmo on out here. He's in the whatchamacallit? I can't think of the name of it right now. I didn't think that was, I thought that might not be a Z. Oh, this car is going to be loud. I got to turn this down. I think this thing's as loud as the Lambo. So we'll see. This car I have to kind of be patient in the first two gears. Oh, that was his red light. Yeah, I was patient, but I was still way early on those gears. I guess he wants another chance. So I need to be a little more patient than that. I run a couple 5.4s in this. It's kind of the same setup I use for my imports. Man, those first two gears are really early. Even earlier than normal. See, you can't tree. Alright, I guess we'll just put this out there. I hope we don't get a Lambo. we got El Mohan in this car. I think he's about even with me for what I should run in this. If I have to be a little more patient on those first and second gear though. He'll pretty much just keep racing. Just going to turn the volume slightly down. See, I'm still hitting those first two gears too early though. This car's got more top end than his. See, that's better, 52. The first gear I can hit a little early, but the second gear I need to be at about 9. It's good when it's about 88. 88 and 9 is kind of what I'm shooting for. I got a little lag there. Another 52 with a good tree. He's not getting good trees. And this car's got a little more top end than that. He might have thought that this was an import because of the tire size, I think. I was way early on that first gear, but I caught him at the top end again. His car gets a much better tree, but then he doesn't have the. Oh no, this car's 28 by 15, so. Could be a bunch of different cars. Yeah, those were good shifts, I think. Still hanging around at 552. And he's at around 53. He's still trying to beat it. I think I'll let him off the hook after this one though, because I kind of have him overmatched with this. Unless he could pull off a big one. I was way late on second gear on that one. Looks like he was off too. Same time though. He's just not getting his trees. Take out our Evo. But he probably wouldn't know it's an Evo though because of the weird tire size. Definitely don't want exotics coming into the Evo. You'll probably do a short stream tonight, just to kind of get things rolling again. But I don't really know if I'm going to be able to continue right now. Got the Corvette. So we'll see how my Evo is. Got good shifts on that one. Yep, that's my big boy Evo pass. Even though I didn't get a good tree. The Corvette should run at least a mid 5.5s, so looks like the lobby died though. Seem to be talking about hacking in there. I don't know what's going on. Usually you find some glitchers out here. There used to be at least one hacker around. Pretty much every version, all of a sudden there'll be one out there. Yeah, he found me. So now we got Evo versus Evo. So we'll see how he does here. Yeah, see, I got a little more top end on mine. I think mine goes around 241 to 242. So for even, then I'm going to outrun them. I didn't get my shifts there. See, right in that last gear, it seems like I pull away from him. Yeah, see, only got 239 on that one. He's not treeing that well. I've got some imports with that tire size too, but this tire size seems like it's much better for me. At least the way I had it set up. So you can see I was gaining on him right at the end there. Even looked like he was way out on me. We both got a 50 on that one. That was a good race. It looked like he was ahead of me. We both seemed to get a really good pass that time. I got my shifts on that one. Nice pass, 51. What's going on, little angel? We're back streaming again a bit. I was kind of getting annoyed by this game for a while, just because it just seemed like it was same old, same old. And they weren't putting out competitive cars. I got good shifts. It looks like I might have caught him. Yep, I got the big 49 on him. I don't want to get stuck in this car forever. I know he'll just keep racing usually. I think I outshifted him on that one. Not the greatest shifts, but well, I treat him pretty bad. That's why. I don't know what this. I don't know what this replay is. What is this? I mean, it's like, what is this game? I don't understand. Every time I play, I find something else strange. I don't know what they were trying to do with that replay. The sound is totally muffled. I don't know what they were trying to accomplish. What car did I take out? Pretty much going to get a Z28 though. Oh, he's already racing. He's doing his burnout down there. I'm just sitting here waiting. That's that connection bug. Player unknown. Yeah, I don't know. They come out with new cars. They buff cars. But they don't bring anything up to the tier 1 level, like I was saying. Barely. The BMW is the first one that's really going to be up there. Although I don't see people using it. Maybe people don't like it. I don't know. It's always going to be Z28. Lambo, RS6. Some of the other American cars. But you're not going to see any of those other cars that are in the 5.5s, mid 5.5s. If you're a lobby racer, you can't. I mean, you can race. You know, if you race like 5Ks or 10Ks, you're probably safe. But now that they put out the 50 and 100K races for the members, you definitely want to stay out of those. If you don't have something good, you're gonna be in trouble. Unless it's somebody that's just got a lot of money to burn. Alright, so it looks like no one is joining the race. Looks like I might have to seek out a race, I guess. Got Tooth Fairy out here racing for $100. I don't know what the point of that is. What's going on, Caden? What the hell? Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I just I haven't streamed in a while. Wasn't paying attention. Of course, if there's no one here to tell me, then that's probably pretty small to try and see for on a phone. And then we got the Z28, like I was saying. I've always meant to retune this Box Nova, but I just never get around to it. Got a good pass that time. but I have tweaked it slightly to make it more consistent. Low fives. But it doesn't really get into the 5/4s. Got the 001. That's kind of scary though, because I don't want a red light. Looks like his Z28 is a bit off the pace. His numbers don't look that bad. 81260. It kind of falls off after that though. .30/21. That's going to be an RS6. Oh, those colors. We'll take on the RS6. As soon as he spawns in. He's got the big wheels on that. There's a lot of different wheels sizes that work on those though. So we'll see. We're going to catch him. Just barely though, because I didn't get a really good reaction time. We just barely caught him. Oh yeah, that's right. I did turn up the top end on my Box Nova though. Trying to get a little more top end out of it. But you gotta get out pretty far with that to stop that from happening. So is that it? It keeps playing over and over again? Oh, it played twice. Maybe that's what the X does. I have no idea. Got the 1/8 mile king on the 1/4 mile. On the NT. I think we can switch cars. Let's see what we got. So we got our short tire Eclipse. Usually I'm pretty much the one putting up races though. Yeah, I wonder what it'd be like if they just got rid of the global chat and really pushed the Discord. Even though the problem with that is that then you have to go to a different app to chat with people. But if you have a Discord, I mean, technically it should be moderated. There's a lot of features. I wasn't expecting that quick of a launch out of this thing. I totally missed the early shifts on it. This car will definitely get into the low fives, though. Sometimes. Should be at least mid fives. Oh, there's the same guy right back again. I don't know why he left. I don't remember his car being that high in the back. He's got no bars. So I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen. Yeah, see, this car can pretty much shift the same as my other imports. See, I got the good number, 51. And he got oh, he's actually spinning. I don't know what's with this helicopter sound. I thought for sure he was going to wheelie. But he jacked it up so high that he doesn't get any traction. You can't see my races? That was your punishment. Let's see. I could go through my blacklist. I haven't gone through here. I blocked somebody with no name. Saint Reaper. Some people I just blocked just because they might have annoyed me at one time or another. Like maybe they were playing games at the line with staging or something. So I just block them, or sometimes if I have someone that keeps jumping in my races, even though if I race them one time, then I don't want to race them anymore, then they keep jumping back in, then I'll just block them. That kind of thing. And then obviously if it's a hacker or a glitcher or something, then I don't want to have to deal with that. Kind of just want to race. Uh-oh. Mr. Mohan's got his BMW out. I know he doesn't speak English, but I was just gonna shoot him a quick greeting. Whoa, I got the big number. He did too, but he didn't get the tree. He's got 25 by 19 on that. What do I have on mine? 19. Oh, does that car go up to 19? Yeah, that car's gonna chase me down if I don't get a good lead on it, because that thing's got a lot of top end. Although he has shorter tires on it. Got him on the hole shot. He's usually pretty good in everything. He's still doing 255 with those 25s. I made mine a little shorter than Max, but not too much. Got to 52. So I'm getting really good trees tonight. Yeah, people play different games with staging. Not just waiting for the last second. Looks like he might have disconnected. No, he's still there. People will like stage one notch and then another notch and then another notch. He got the 48. That race was a lot closer than it looked. That 004 is what got him. I only beat him by 003. Yeah, it might be BMW if I'm lucky. I'll get a 5.4, maybe 1 out of 10 or 20. So it needs a little bit. There we go. Got the 50. 25 by 19. Oh, that's I'm thinking of the Anglia has the 18s. And this thing has the 19s. Yeah, this car's got those quick first shifts. Oh, that was the close one. 005. He got the 50. But see, if you throw out the Z28, the Lambo, I missed my shifts on that one. He's probably gonna catch me. Look at, if you throw out those two, the Audi, or nerf them a little, it would pretty much even out the whole game. At least enough to where those cars in the low fives, even mid fives, will be competitive. That must have been my red. 003 red. He got the 002 red. That wasn't fair. Yeah, I think my other Evo would be a better matchup, I think, for him, for his car. Because this one is not quite as good. Well, I mean, my other tire size. Because this is not a good matchup for me. Because my imports with the taller tires are better than the ones with the shorter tires. Especially when you have a car that's going to be dipping into the 5.4s. I got really good shifts on that one. And the tree. I thought that was going to be a better pass. I think we both got 00 trees on that one. His BMW is probably better than my BMW, though. I don't think he's going to catch that. Yeah, I got a big hole shot him on that one. Almost cracked the 5.4 on that one. And he got the 48. He gets way more 5.4s in his BMW than I get in mine. Maybe I'll try that shorter tire size. Although my car does get a pretty good 60. I didn't notice what his 60 was. Looks like he's gonna catch me. The thing comes on like a freight train at the end. I didn't get the tree on that one. I'm gonna dip out of here real quick though, because I'm gonna get beat up by that thing. Not a good matchup for me. This thing is actually would be a pretty decent matchup for that, because this card gets like 549 here and there when it works. 28 by 21. Just gonna jump in this. For some reason, I was expecting a Audi wagon. Let's see how his Z. I didn't get. I don't know what happened there. His red light kind of messed up my whole race. I don't know what that was. He just sent an empty message. I don't know what that guy's plan was. Maybe he didn't want to race my car for some reason. We got Turbo Gags in the chat. Not our chat. The global. Actually getting some different songs here. I have to remember that playlist for the car. Yeah, we're getting a few people in here, but not that many. Let's see if I can get a decent pass out of this. I missed first gear on that. I still got a 52, but I didn't get a very good tree. Let's see if there's anyone else putting up races. So I don't have to be a test dummy. There's a Lambo. See, I don't know if that TDC guy wants to race me or what. Otherwise, I would jump back in there. People putting up races. Kind of surprising for a kind of late Monday night. Let's see how fast someone jumps in. box Noah. Should be a good matchup. See if I can catch this first gear on this. That could be a good one. No, just a 52. He got a 52, but he didn't get a very good tree. Yeah, I think I was early on those last couple of gears. The 60 wasn't that great either. Because I'm a little off on that first gear. I think we could switch cars. I think maybe time for a quick BRB. Seeing this as our first stream for a while. Give my eyes a rest. Try not to forget the BRB is on. I can pretty much leave the music because there won't be any commercials, although it'll probably get blocked. Yep, we are back. Gotta give my eyes a rest. So I don't get too bugged out. Yeah, I think it's pretty much a safe bet just to stay out of the global chat. Seems like it's just kind of risky. All right. Thanks for the likes. Let's see. There's a no-name person. I know they were talking about a no-name hacker earlier. Let's see, on my Lambo around. I missed him. I was like jumping in those just to see what it is. Anytime there's a no-name NT, I always like jumping in those to see exactly, because a lot of times it turns out to be something sketchy. Sometimes you can still beat them though, so that's as long as they're not putting up like a crazy number. I missed him again. $26.5 by 16. Is that the same guy? Because I think it's the same tire size with a 50K bet. It's not really saying a lot when you can beat a Z28 with a Lambo, though, because pretty much you're gonna beat, unless you've got somebody in a crazy fast Z28. And if you know your tire sizes, you're probably not going to go in against a car that's got 16s, unless you've got a Lambo. I gotta turn my volume down so I don't get blasted. That's a pretty smooth car on the other side. No choppiness, it looked like. I didn't get my shifts. I like changing my view for the Lambo. His car looks kind of high and back, like he's running the jacked up Lambo setup. See if I can get a better pass. I didn't get a very good tree. Put up a full 44 on him, but that's 659.60. That's a little borderline. But I will run a 44 in this thing occasionally. But I was lucky he didn't get a good number, because I didn't get a very good tree. I don't know what's going on with my tree. He only ran a 50. So he went from a 45 to a 50. I got a lot of lag on that pass. He got a 001. Yeah, see, that's the problem with the streaming. It's pretty tough for me to get those really good trees. I don't know what my delay is on here. I'll take the win here, though, because I got the better ET so far. $20 with the 46. His car seems to be around 46 to 48. Seems like he has a really good connection, because he's getting in there quick. He got the red. And he gave up. I think we were about even on races. But I'll take the best ET prize. I just can't seem to get a good RT to get a better spot on the leaderboard, or at least a better number. It's going to be hard to beat a 440. And 425. I think if anybody watched the streams, they pretty much know what I think about somebody running a 42 in a Lambo. I've run an occasional 43, but it seems like it's kind of glitchy because it's going to be a really low 60 foot, like in the 650s. So I don't really consider that a clean pass. Because I mean, usually you're going to see, see that guy put races back up, but he didn't want to race me anymore. But usually you're going to see Lambos with the 660s for the 60 foot. But then all of a sudden, if you see a 650 out of a lot of races, it's kind of, like I said, maybe that guy was just looking for wins, getting money with those 50K bets. Let's see. I put it this race, right? I can't remember what I bet. This guy jumped right in on it. I was way early on first gear on that. I just can't seem to combine a tree with a good pass. And after I know I didn't really get a tree, then I'm lackadaisical on the shifts, and then I don't really get a good okay, this guy says he's got the fastest spotties in the game. Okay. Maybe we'll try a different Lambo just to mix it up. I've got plenty. Okay, so this, I think, okay, that's my turbo. Okay, that's my 25 turbo. Yeah, see, he's got 26 and a half. And for me, anything over 25 doesn't really work as good. Let's see if we get somebody to jump in here. A lot of people just want to race 50K because they're not a member and they can't race it. So we got a couple loud cars here. Let's see how the turbo. His smoke went down the track before his car, though. Not a very good pass. For me, mediocre pass. But I was real early on those first two shifts. He got the 57 in the GT. Supposedly the car will run a 5.4, but I've never done it. I think I've run a low 5.5, but I don't really use the GT for quarter. Yeah, this car doesn't seem to be that good. But it just depends, really, I think. You can take out another from the collection. This car, I think, I can't remember. This is okay. This is another turbo car, but this is the this is a little different setup than the other one. The guy's still out there in that Lambo. I don't want to sit out here in Lambos for too long. But pretty much after this, you're getting into cars that are going to be in the 5.5 and up range. The low 5.5 and up, and pretty much anything you run into, Camaro, Audi, Lambo, obviously, even like a Nissan Z, and now the BMW. You're gonna get beat if they've got a good tune. Man, I shouldn't have guzzled this. We got the Anglia. Going up against a Lambo. Oh, he just left. It was one fast Anglia, but probably not. I just got lag. I got lag off the line on that one. I think that guy leaving just lagged me out. Whenever someone leaves or they disconnect or something, it usually screws up your car, from my experience. That's like I don't know what you compare that pass to. It killed the tree. Alright, we got Kenny out here. Kenny's usually out here late night. I don't have anything big rim. The only big rim I have right now is a Lambo big rim. But it's not really big rim because I think it's only... I can't remember what tire size it is. But I don't think it qualifies. I think you can only put 20s or so on it as far as rims. I think this Lambo was one of the first ones that I built when the Lambo came out. I was late on those first two. I still got a 45. The old with the 15 Cherie. That's too bad. A high 45 with a 15 Cherie. That's only going to get me a 474. But it's not going to help me on the leaderboard. It's still a good pass though. But you see this thing, if they get under a 7 on the 60 foot, you've got a good chance. See if there's anyone else putting up races. At this time, it's pretty quiet. I think we can get away from these Lambos for now. Let's grab the Maverick. I'm not going to race that for that. Don't want a Lambo coming after us in this. But if we get a Z28 or something, we're going to be in trouble. Okay. We got the fast Anglia back. Got my volume turned down, that Lambo volume. He's got no bars on that. That car's not legit. That's probably the same guy that had it before they came out. He's probably in the stream. There ain't no way you're gonna run that number, especially with no bars on it. If I had to guess, I'd say that's the same guy. Pretty sure that's the same setup he was running. No bar. That thing just... I should have looked at the replay on that. Until I hear the Anglia... Until I heard the Anglia runs a 46, then I'm saying nah. I'm saying nah on that one. Let's see if he changes his name and jumps back in my races. Then I'll know he's probably on the stream. Pretty much when you see a no bar car, man, my car really, that first gear just really went. See if I can catch first gear. That seems to be the challenge. Especially with this. Like I kind of try to adjust it out, but then the car is not as fast when I do hit it. I just have to pay attention. I think he got a better tree that time. Well, better than what he had. See, this car, that's a crazy 60 for this. And he got a 49. It doesn't look like he can tree though, so that kind of tells me something about what he's doing. That was a good pass for this car, though. If I can catch that gear. I almost have to get it. Like, anticipate it. Another 51. Yeah, see, he's not... he can't even get under 1 on the tree, so... Definitely good Maverick pass though. Let's see what he's got for us this time. lost first gear on that one. But doesn't look like he treed that time either. His times are getting better, but his trees aren't. Yeah, he can't tree at all. I don't know what the deal is, these replays. But once you get down here to the Maverick, then you kind of run out of those low five options, because then you start looking at you know, like this car, this thing they buffed, but this is only a mid-5 car, so it's you know, under buffed. Here's my big wheel Lambo. This thing will run a low 5.5, sometimes a 5.4, I think. Just because it's a Lambo. You know, like the Vet. I think it's a mid to low 5, like a 53 car. Around there. I guess we can take it out. Just to see. And then technically the imports are really kind of low to mid 5.5s. You don't really see people touching the 5.4s like I do in these. But maybe they just kind of think that they're not really there anymore. So they just gave up on them. And this car, let's see what that does. You know, cars like the Mani. This car is not bad. But once you get down there, then you're looking at, you know, cars like the Mani, this Camaro, got another Lambo down there. I don't think they buffed this. You know, you got the Ranger. You can even throw the Viper in there. The Elko. the Fox body, this car, this the split bumper. I can't remember if this was buffed. I think it might have been. The Vega, this car, the Chevelle. Can't remember this. Oh, I forgot about the Boss. But all those other cars are all going to be not really competitive with the tier ones. So if you're gonna buff cars, you know, why buff them to mid fives? Why not buff them to low fives? At least, you know, maybe even touching the 5.4s like the BMW. That's been the only car of all the cars, new cars and buffed cars. It's really the only car lately that's been able to get into the 5.4s. So I don't really understand. I mean, there's how many street cars? 100 of them, maybe. But when it comes down to it, people might really like a certain kind of car, but if you're not competitive with anyone, then are you going to race it? Other than all out? Got the big wheel Camaro here. I got a big wheelie on the Boss that time. Only a 55. He's getting spin. I guess it wasn't that big of a wheelie. It was a little high. The double bounce launch. Okay. And we got another Z28. Big surprise. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be the fastest with a Z28, but it's going to give you the best chance, even if you're not a great tuner. And that's pretty much what's going to happen when you race a Z28. And he only ran at 49. And there's people out there running 46. So, and obviously you can get tunes for it pretty easily. But if you've got a car that's 46 capable, maybe you're not. Maybe yours isn't that good, but it's still going to be better than what I can run in a mid 5.5 car. That's pretty much a huge advantage. I don't understand why the game has always been like that. Yeah, but this one's going to be a short stream, so I'm just going to put this up for 10. Maybe I won't get a Z28. But I think we're pretty much probably going to be wrapping up this stream for today. Looks like I was able to keep that other Anglia away. This car is kind of a forgotten low 5.5 car. The Skyline. His car, he looked like he was gonna catch me, but because I got such a bad tree. But I get such a much better 60 than that thing. But I mean, he was close once the game evened it out at the end. But I don't know, it seems like this, I think this replay is broken because it always does this. It rubber bands. I don't know what this is. Rubber bands at the end, so that's just another one of those NLDR things. Yeah. So I think we can pretty much end it on that note. It's too bad they didn't make this car better, because this is a really cool car. Never see. All right, so that's going to be a wrap on this. I'm just going to kind of be doing these streams when I can, but I keep saying that maybe I might have to take a break for a while, but it hasn't happened yet. But it could be happening, so. But then I'll be hopefully back in business after that. So, all right, that's gonna be it. Also, I want to race Reaper. What is he in? He's in an American car. I'll just race him in the Corvette. And he's in the Boss. I don't remember how the Corvette runs, what kind of launch it has. So this will be my last race of the night with a Reaper in the Boss versus this E6. The Boss has got more top end than this. I only got a 561. I thought the Vet was faster. Looks like my Vet needs some work. All right. All right, so that's going to be it.